Okay, so first of all we have to work out the actual weights of the animals. We can extrapolate back here. We can see then that the African elephant weighs about 8,000 kilos. We can see that the Indian elephant weighs about 5,000 kilos. We can see that the hippo weighs about 3,000 kilos. And finally, we can see that our giraffe weighs about 1,000 kilos. And they would like us to compare different weights. They would like to know how much is the African elephant compared with the Indian elephant. Well, if we want to know what percentage comparison is, we take the difference in weights divided by what we're comparing with. And then we multiply that by 100 to change it into percent. So let's look at the first question here. It is to compare the African elephant with the Indian. Compared with the Indian. So the word that it has after the with or compared with term, that is the number that should be on the bottom. So that's what we're comparing it with. We're comparing it with the Indian elephant, which we knew weighed 5,000 kilos. That is the weight that we're going to have on the bottom. Then we want the difference on the top. Well, the difference will be 8,000, which is what the African elephant weighed, compared with the 5,000 that the Indian elephant weighed. So we will get 3,000 divided by 5,000, which is 3/5. That is the fraction, and now we need to change that fraction into the decimal. Well, we also know that 3/5 is exactly the same as 6/10, which is 0.6. And we now change our 0.6 into percentage by multiplying by percent. So we let the person know what we're doing here. As a percentage equals 0.6 times 100 equals 60%. So what can we say about the African elephant? We can say that the African elephant weighs 60% more than the Indian. Elephant. Okay, that was part A to that question. Let's continue then. We now have part B, where they want to compare the hippo with the giraffe. Well, we know that the hippo weighs 3,000 kilos and the giraffe weighs 1,000 kilos. And we're comparing with the giraffe, so we know straight away that it's the 1,000 kilos that's on the bottom and the difference on the top. 3,000 minus 2,000. The difference divided by the comparison. The giraffe only weighs 1,000 kilos. So the difference is 2,000 divided by 1,000, which is 2. This is the decimal number, but we want it as a percentage. Equals 2 times 100 equals 200%. So what can we say about the hippo? The hippo is 200% heavier than the giraffe. And you should write that in your answer. Next one, we would like to know the African elephant. Elephant compared with the giraffe. Well, the African elephant we know weighs 8,000 kilos, and the giraffe weighs only 1,000 kilos. Compared with, the giraffe comes afterwards, so the giraffe is the one that's on the bottom here. It's always easier to start with that so you don't make a silly mistake and put the African on the bottom, because we're comparing it with the giraffe and therefore the giraffe goes on the bottom. So the difference in weight between the two, 8,000 minus 1,000, giving us 7,000 divided by 1,000, giving us a number of 7 times larger. We would like that as a percentage, and we can change any number into a percentage by taking our 7 and multiplying it by 100%, giving us 700%. So we can say that the African elephant is 700% larger compared with the giraffe.